Welcome back, guys. I'm Valen.
And I'm Theo.
And today we are reacting to ATEEZ Sagittarius ATEEZ present.
Isn't that a zodiac sign?
I'm a Libra, you're an Aries.
There you go. Ooh.
There you go.
And what is like the good thing about being a Sagittarius?
I have no idea.
Okay, fair enough.
But maybe Wooyoung is a Sagittarius.
I was thinking so,
that's
right?
That's what I'm thinking, right?
Right.
We'll see what he says in this song, but we just know that it's being uploaded some days ago. So a lot of ATEEZ wanted us to watch this, so let's do it.
Let's do it. But before we begin, make sure to like the video if you enjoy our content and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of us. And last, but certainly not least, we already have so much ATEEZ content over on Patreon. We're doing onesies over there. We got funny moments over on Patreon. We got interviews over on Patreon. We got concert performances over on Patreon. We got studio tunes over on Patreon, live performances, and so much more ATEEZ content is also available over on Patreon because we are huge ATEEZ, and ATEEZ is just such a cool group within the K-pop industry.
They are.
They've found their own genre, their own sound, their own look, and there are so many cool ATEEZ in the world.
Yes.
And we are two of them. We're definitely ATEEZ, that's for sure. So if you want to check that out, then make sure to head on over to Patreon. There's basically every single week new ATEEZ content being uploaded over on Patreon. So again, if you want to check that out, then make sure to head on over to Patreon. And if nothing else,
let's do it.
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm excited. Oh, I love those rocks in the floor. Awesome.
They're great for acoustics too.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
It's interesting how this is like taking place in some sort of like recording studio.
Yeah.
Haven't you noticed?
Yeah,
like also,
of course.
It's actually funny. You mentioned the rugs on the floor. That's also because, you know, when you are recording anything, that can take up a lot of like the sound of the room, essentially.
Perfect.
Right. I wonder what's going on here.
Yeah, what's going on?
Maybe this place is owned by KQ Entertainment.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
This chorus kind of reminds me of 2018.
Yeah. This song is so ATEEZ.
It is true.
It's so ATEEZ.
It's like a classic ATEEZ B-side, I feel like.
Yeah,
right.
It's a classic like ATEEZ song.
Yeah, especially from a little bit earlier in their discography. Kind of like in the start of The World.
Because a lot of the
series.
time when we hear like solo songs from ATEEZ members, a lot of the time does not sound like ATEEZ.
It's true.
Like Wooyoung, Jongho, Sen, etc. Mingi,
right?
None of them sound like ATEEZ. This is the solo song that sounds more like ATEEZ to me.
You are very right about that.
Right?
Another interesting thing, which does make sense considering Wooyoung is like one of the main dancers of ATEEZ, is the fact that there are so many like dancers in it, and it's very dance centric. The music video, so that makes sense.
It's very him. I love his jacket too. I love this chorus.
You get me, like, when I say that this kind of reminds me, at least, a little bit of like 2018-19 also.
It does remind me of that.
Like that
era.
Synthesizer, that really like kind of almost vaporwave kind of retro synth there was so big at the time.
Yes.
And also like the claps.
Everything.
I feel like the whole production,
the production
screams that era, which is interesting because that's more or less when ATEEZ also kind of started out. So yeah, that's actually interesting.
Yeah, this is such an interesting song. I never expected this. It's interesting that he's not singing while dancing.
That's true,
odd.
actually.
Yeah.
You got a point.
Yeah,
in
he's
that.
not at all.
Very lightly moving his lips.
No, he's not. He's not singing.
You're right.
That is different. I've never seen that before. Ooh.
It's funny how the snare pattern is changing up. Are you hearing that? Listen to the snares are going all crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, that's quite ATEEZ too.
Yeah.
They've always loved those crazy snare rolls.
Yeah.
I mean, these aren't really that, but it is quite ATEEZ if you add everything together.
Exactly.
It is. You're totally right.
It is, right?
I want to lean into that. That was actually really nicely spotted that early in the song.
It's such an ATEEZ song.
Right, right.
Oh, wow.
Maybe that's also why it's like ATEEZ. No, are the other songs also presented in this way with ATEEZ percent?
Yeah.
Even the Mingy ones?
Sure.
I don't remember.
No.
I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure
they put his
weren't.
name here though.
Yeah, of course.
But only in Korea for some reason.
No. But nonetheless,
The 80%? No, I have no idea.
did the Hongjeong one get that too? Let's check real quick.
Let's check.
Okay, no, only some songs have gone under ATEEZ percent.
Exactly.
Maybe it depends on how the song sounds, what the concept is, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, he's revealing a tattoo. Has he always had that?
I don't think it's fake.
Oh, you think so?
No idea.
I mean,
I've never seen it before.
Hongjeong already has tattoos.
Lyrics by Hongjeong, Wooyoung,
Okay.
Dor Kikoi Pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
Composed by Hongjeong, Dor Kihoi and Pepperoni.
Well, I mean, at least we've got some ATEEZ members involved in the production. It's actually interesting how Hongjeong was so involved in it.
He seems to be always.
But again, he's always been a producer even within ATEEZ.
Exactly.
Let's see if there's any more stuff to it.
Yeah.
There's still more time.
This is
It's
a very
cool outro.
Cool outro.
I like that.
Wow. I actually really like this song.
Yeah, honestly.
More than what I thought. I would be like more chill. But no, this is so ATEEZ.
It exceeded our expectations, I
Yeah,
want to say.
really. Something I found interesting was he didn't sing throughout the whole video.
No.
No idea why.
The place looks very vibey.
Yeah, this is such a nice studio. I would love to have.
Are
this
you
place.
sure that's fake? I don't think it's fake.
I'm gonna find it right now.
Let's check out Wooyoung's Instagram.
No. I'm gonna go to Wooyoung.
Wooyoung has a new tattoo.
He has it. No, it's
a real tattoo. Oh, okay.
Damn.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, you can clearly see that KQ does not prohibit their artists from having tattoos.
Like literally,
We've known that for a while.
Hongjeong just did like no one like me.
Oh,
like
yeah.
his literally Instagram handle. That was
That's
so
true.
funny.
Now,
But okay. First of all, I think I said the main point of this reaction for me was just that it sounded very much like an ATEEZ B-side.
true.
Like one of these very chill, especially back then.
Yeah.
Years ago,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Not, I don't. For me, it would be strange
This almost sounds like a cut ATEEZ
to
song.
hear this in an album right now.
Yeah.
This will be like years ago.
Right.
A little bit of some years ago, like albums back then.
I agree. I would not, if I was ATEEZ, add a song like this onto a straight up EP or album. But for something like this, like the ATEEZ percent series,
is perfect.
which is also more casual.
More casual.
I think it works perfectly for them.
Yeah, I really
Right.
like it. I think it fits Wooyoung very nicely.
Yeah,
I like
agree.
his voice in this. Another thing that caught my attention was the part that he was not singing
Right.
while dancing. That was odd, but at
Yeah.
the same time it makes sense because, as you said, it's more casual.
Sure.
It's nothing that you have to like be so focused doing this
True.
and that. No, he just was dancing.
True,
I
the
like
music
that.
video was very casual.
It was very
I mean, it
casual.
was all recorded on one location too, which was this super vibey kind of creative music studio.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It
that
looked
place.
really cool.
I wonder if that place is just a studio or is actual a real studio that's used. I don't think so. I
It
think
looked-
it's just a place that people go and
Yeah.
record stuff.
Right, I think so too. It just looks like some
But
creative
not
space.
record stuff. Like just record a video.
Because
Because there's a lot of those in Korea. Korea is full of those.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, it could
Like
be.
studios, like apartments that are huge apartments just for studios.
Huh.
Just if you want to chill one day, you go with your friends, make a party, record content for Instagram.
Okay.
That's huge in Korea, so I'm thinking.
Okay.
It's either KQ, a place in KQ.
Yeah.
Or they hire one of these fake studios to dance.
Huh, that's funny. Because for me, what it seems
Yeah.
like for me, when
It
I'm just
seems-
looking at
It seems
this,
pretty real.
it seems just like some sort of creative space.
It does.
Yeah, that's what it
But
seems
that
like.
would be strange. But yeah, who knows what it is? Tell us if you know in the comments. But the song though, what do you
Yes.
think about it?
I mean, we already kind of said the main point.
Exactly.
The absolute main point has already been said. Apart from that, I thought his actual vocal delivery was cool.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded very much, again, like a classic ATEEZ kind
Mm-hmm.
of production with a pretty, like, processed kind of vocal.
Yeah.
You get me? Pretty
sounded very them.
auto-tuned, a lot of kind of backing vocals.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
of.
it just has like a very ATEEZ kind of sound,
Sound,
right?
uh-huh.
Apart from that, the one thing that I like feel like is that this was almost like an ATEEZ song that was left on the cutting room floor from another project,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were just like, "Yo, Wooyoung, why don't you just get it? You can record it, and you'll just release it like that." That could make sense as well.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking. It happened.
Yeah, it could be, but on
Mm-hmm.
the other hand, it does also say lyrics by Wooyoung, but lyrics could be anything. He could have just changed two things.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get me?
it
We
can
don't
be
really,
anything. We don't know.
We don't know the internal process, but for
Yeah.
me, that's how it sounds like.
Yeah.
Right, and that's
because
really cool.
the production itself sounds so
Sure.
from like another era.
But I think that's also cool, kind of paying homage to that and adding more songs similar to this,
Yeah,
because at
yeah.
the end of the day, I think so many ATEEZ fell in love with the group during that era. So putting out more
Exactly.
content in that style, honestly, I think is a very good decision.
I agree.
All things
I agree.
considered.
Yes.
Apart from that, it was very dance centric because Wooyoung is one of the main dancers of ATEEZ,
Mm-hmm.
and I really wonder if this says anything about which direction ATEEZ will be heading in next.
Yeah,
That's
me
what I
too.
really wonder.
I
And
wonder.
I also just think it's really cool that ATEEZ and KQ is allowing the members of ATEEZ to do a lot of solo content.
I like that. Yes.
Because they actually get to explore their own sound, their own artistry in a different way.
That's
so that's really
awesome.
cool as
Yes.
well. But yeah, I think that's like the main thing. It sounded very much like an ATEEZ song from like 2020
Yeah.
or something
Yeah,
along
it
these
did. It
lines.
did, huh?
Vocally, it was well delivered. The music video was casual yet vibey. I feel like it did the job.
It did the job.
It was fun how he was kind of like also revealing his tattoo.
Yeah.
It could almost just be a tattoo reveal video, essentially.
True.
And apart from that, it will be interesting to see what Wooyoung is going to do next.
Yes.
He was actually quite important. You know, people sometimes almost write him off a little bit from a musical perspective, since he's always been more of a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like actually Wooyoung has almost been one of the most important members of ATEEZ because it was some of his dance covers and things related to
his
Wooyoung
studio tunes,
Yeah,
etc.
that actually helped putting ATEEZ on the map.
Exactly.
So it's also just I'm
Exactly.
curious
And
to see
he's
what's gonna
funny.
do next. Yeah,
He's
yeah,
funny.
for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, all of ATEEZ are just so funny and wanties, which we're doing over on Patreon. If you want to see that,
Yes.
make sure to head on over to Patreon. And we also have so much more ATEEZ content over on Patreon. There's basically every single week new ATEEZ content coming out over on Patreon. So if you want to follow the rest of our ATEEZ journey, well, then make sure to head on over to Patreon. That's also the best way to support the channel, since we wouldn't be able to make any of these videos without all of our amazing supporters
Yes.
over on Patreon. Nonetheless, everyone, thank you so much for watching the video, and see ya in the next one.
Bye bye guys, take care.
Annyeong. Bye guys. Take care.